still from group 9, and then we're gonna talk about ICT in ELT Indonesia context, and then there are 6 type of contents. First one, introduction, and then the complex Indonesian ELT, the use of ICT in ELT, modes of ELT with ICT, principles for effective ELT with ICT, benefits and challenges of ELT with ICT. So the first one is introduction. The use of information communication technology or ICT in English language teaching or ELT in higher education settings in Indonesia is still under research. This is a correlational study that investigates teachers' knowledge, experience, ICT literacy level, and then to what extent they integrate ICTs in ELT. Numbers of 280 English lecturers of different universities in Indonesia completed the online questionnaires that are distributed through emails and social media messengers during December 2018, and then the result shows that more than 60% of the respondents' ICT literacy levels are above average, and they frequently use ICT in their daily teaching, although they still face problems in internet facility and lack of ICT training. And then the complex Indonesian ELT. The first issue often discussed in the Indonesian ELT literature is the context of language policy, where English is positioned as a foreign language. Other issues are related to sociocultural context specific to Indonesia, such as teachers' qualification, numbers of students, and limited facilities, and researchers for teaching. As revealed by Darjo Wijoyo 2000, it is not uncommon to find English language teachers in Indonesia who have little qualification in English language teaching, with some being very poor English speakers. And then the use of ICT in ELT. The use of technology in ELT is not something new. In the decades preceding the use of computers, audiovisual media were pedagogical aids in delivering language courses. Among the tools used were the photograph, radio, television, and telephone, according to Salaberry 2001. And then modes of ELT with ICT. The use of ICT in ELT commonly appears in two major modes of learning as part of or complementary to face-to-face classroom meeting and as a whole ICT-based class, more popularly known as distance learning or virtual classroom learning or online learning. And then the first one is ICT as complementary to face-to-face learning. In this mode of learning, the class runs like a conventional classroom, but learning activities involve the use of variety of ICT tools, either in the class or when the students are assigned the task to be done outside the class. And then the second one is whole ICT-based class distance learning. This mode is usually applied in distance learning as a teacher and learner generally do not physically attend the classroom and are separated by some distance. And then the next explanation will be presented by my friend Astrid Herrera. Time is yours.
Okay, for the next material is principle for effective ELL with ICT. As indicated earlier, successfully integration of ICT in LT isn't automatic. According to Valens, and Matsui 2009, the uptake of ICT integration in learning activities is likely to be maximized when it is undertaken in an informed manner. All the learning tasks should be designed according to the following criteria. The first is encourage discussion, consultation, and sharing. The second is focus upon process and product of task and learning objective. The third is integrate multiple media. The fourth is allow access to a wide range information. The fifth is facilities and or negotiate students' periodic outcomes. The sixth is provide channel for feedback and assessment. The seventh is be flexible about when and where learning occurs, and the last is question whether the activities required in the test can be done without ICT. And also the benefits. The first benefit is students enjoy the new experience of learning with technology. The second is the innovative ways of learning enabled by technology, including active learning style, interactivity, self-control, motivation and immediate feedback, and the opportunities to acquire more diverse and practical knowledge were some of the reasons for different opinions regarding the benefits of this kind of learning, as they still deeply value traditional learning. And the third is students nowadays rely on technologies in almost of every aspect of their learning. Word processing techniques are invaluable for foreign language learner for grammar, spell check, and dictionary functionality. And the last is technologies also help students to maintain communication with tutors and peers and to perform their academic activities. In other words, technologies make major contribution in learning progress. And the last material is the challenges. The challenges to capitalize the use of ICT in ELT requires certain conditions. The first is the tools need to be used in accordance with the goals of learning, and both teacher and students should acquire a certain level of literacy in using technology. The second is point out that having a computer at home and be able to operate it is insufficient for skill teaching with technology. The third is budget allocation for training is perceived as less essential and is often cut because of economic constraints. Administration also tend to rely on single day one-off training, expecting it prepare teachers to handle all the work with technology. And the fourth or the last is reservation for ICT equipment classroom. According to the one teacher was only available at noon, a nap time for the students, which renders the lesson ineffective. That's all presentation of group 9. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So yeah, maybe enough for our explanation. I hope all of you understand about what we're talking about, and then yeah, see you next time.